Good evening. This is Facebook Love number 172. How are you holding up? It's been a long decade this week. I know I already made that joke, but it's still funny to me. Sorry, I'm making all kinds of noise. While we wait final answers about our presidential race, we do know that we have some Senate runoffs to wait for until January. We do know that a lot in our political makeup of our federal government hasn't changed very much. So if you're hearing people saying things like, oh, this is rigged or whatever, that would be ridiculous to let the whole Senate pretty much stay in place and the Democrats lose a few seats in the House, and then only the presidential race being messed with. It doesn't make any sense. So I hope you're not letting that get to you. But in the meantime, no matter what, you may be feeling worried, and you may be having trouble waiting. I'm not as worried as I was, but I still worry because it's how I'm made. So, a friend shared this Mary Oliver poem this morning, and I do love it, and it's short. This one is called I Worried by Mary Oliver. I worried a lot. Will the garden grow? Will the rivers flow in the right direction? Will the earth turn as it was taught? And if not, how shall I correct it? Was I right? Was I wrong? Will I be forgiven? Can I do better? Will I ever be able to sing? Even the sparrows can do it, and I am, well, hopeless. Is my eyesight fading, or am I just imagining it? Am I going to get rheumatism, lockjaw, dementia? Finally, I saw that worrying had come to nothing, and gave it up, and took my old body and went out into the morning and sang. I Worried by Mary Oliver. Now this one is by a wonderful poet who I don't read that often, named Lawrence Ferlinghetti. This is called I Am Waiting. And wait, I will tell you what year it's from. 1958, from a collection of poems by Lawrence Ferlinghetti titled A Coney Island of the Mind, which is a poem all by itself. All right. I am waiting. I am waiting for my case to come up, and I am waiting for a rebirth of wonder, and I am waiting for someone to really discover America and wail, and I am waiting for the discovery of a new symbolic western frontier, and I am waiting for the American eagle to really spread its wings and straighten up and fly right, and I am waiting for the age of anxiety to drop dead, and I am waiting for the war to be fought, which will make the world safe for anarchy, and I am waiting for the final withering away of all governments, and I am perpetually awaiting a rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for the second coming, and I am waiting for a religious revival to sweep through the state of Arizona, and I am waiting for the grapes of wrath to be stored, and I am waiting for them to prove that God is really American, and I am waiting to see God on television piped onto church altars, if only they can find the right channel to tune in on, and I am waiting for the Last Supper to be served again with a strange new appetizer, and I am perpetually awaiting a rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for my number to be called, and I am waiting for the Salvation Army to take over, and I am waiting for the meek to be blessed and inherit the earth without taxes, and I am waiting for forests and animals to reclaim the earth as theirs, and I am waiting for a way to be devised to destroy all nationalisms without killing anybody, and I am waiting for linnets and planets to fall like rain, and I am waiting for lovers and weepers to lie down together again in a new rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for the great divide to be crossed, and I am anxiously waiting for the secret of eternal life to be discovered by an obscure general practitioner, and I am waiting for the storms of life to be over, and I am waiting to set sail for happiness, and I am waiting for a reconstructed Mayflower to reach America with its picture story and TV rights sold in advance to the natives, and I am waiting for the lost music to sound again in the lost continent in a new rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for the day that maketh all things clear, and I am awaiting retribution for what America did to Tom Sawyer. And I am waiting for Alice in Wonderland to retransmit to me her total dream of innocence. And I am waiting for Shilda Roland to come to the final darkest tower. And I am waiting for Aphrodite to grow live arms at a final disarmament conference in a new rebirth of wonder. I am waiting to get some intimations of immortality by recollecting my early childhood, and I am waiting for the green mornings to come again. Youth's dumb green fields come back again, and I am waiting for some strains of unpremeditated art to shake my typewriter, and I am waiting to write the great indelible poem, and I am waiting for the last long, careless rapture, and I am perpetually waiting for the fleeing lovers on the Grecian urn to catch each other up at last and embrace, and I am awaiting perpetually and forever a renaissance of wonder. I am waiting by Lawrence Ferlinghetti. I haven't written a poem except for one short one right on Election Day. 4 years ago, when the current president was elected, I was nearly mute with grief and fear, and I did write a long poem that day, the day after. I am not mute with fear right now. But everything I was afraid of 4 years ago came true and more. And I'm tired of watching people in our country die. I'm tired of people pretending that COVID-19 is fake. I'm tired of mocking and scoffing and mean-spiritedness. Just because I disagree with the president doesn't mean that I wish him ill. I do want him gone. Yeah, I do. But it's because I want a country that is different from what he portrays. So I'm waiting, and I'm trying not to worry. This is Facebook Love. I'll see you again.